But I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown on AI voice modding. First, you want to go ahead and go to this tutorial that I linked you to before. And I would suggest going to the web archive version. That way you can see the images. All we're really gonna do here is set up WWise. You can skip everything else here. So, it'll be WWise here. Skip through here. These links are dead, but I will provide a Google Drive link. Just come here. Download that. It's the same thing, just re-uploaded. Then in here, after you make a WWise account and log into it in the application, go ahead and create a new project. For example, here they named it WAF2M. I did the same. WAF2M. And just follow it here. So in Actor Mixer Hierarchy, go to Default Work Unit. Right click on it. Rechild. Switch Container. I have it here. Mine is called Sounds. There's this called Files. Name it whatever you want. And then this is for once you are actually converting. We're not doing any converting right now, so you can ignore this for now. And in the last part, repack.zip. All of my mods already come with this, so you don't need to download it. Just gonna go ahead and close this for now. I would also really highly suggest you download foobar 2000. It's extremely useful in converting to WAV, which is what you need in order to AI convert them. This you want to go here, send modding scripts. This is looking for a result.json. It's on this GitHub page. So just click on this, it'll take you here. And then download raw file right here. And scroll down to the bottom of this page and download this as well. See, I already have these downloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and put result.json in here. Scripts of these three, we're just going to copy these in here. And the last part, I'm going to make a new folder and call it unpack. I'm just going to extract the contents of unpack.zip right into here. It's going to be that for these so far. Just to give an example, getting the files. I'm over here in my game folder. It doesn't matter what language you are converting from, just put it in the English US folder. So external 0 and then drop that in here. Yeah, in reality, you're going to want to copy all of them because the audio files are split and spread around all of them. They're not in one individual file. I'm going to run unpack. It's going to create this new folder called unpacked. And here will be the files that you put in there. So I only put external 0, so I have external 0. There's 800 files in here. Okay, we're going to go back here and open hashes. I did Japanese, so I will put in JP. And you can ignore this for now. And then just for example, yelling. So there were 5 hashes total. Next round 0. I'm going to run copy. And just do the same thing again for the same character. I'm going to go with gameplay. There are only 2 hashes. You'll see in here it's created a new folder. It has the file with all the hashes in it. And this folder that now has the actual files. So this I just opened and battle attack hub. So this is a really short sound effect. And this one's an actual voice file. Yeah, for the AI conversions, you want to go ahead and go here to Hugging Face. I would suggest you go to Spaces. You can look for models if you really want. Spaces are already set up, they're much easier. Since you're looking for the archive and search blue, you'll head over here and sort by most likes. You can see here there's already an RVC one set up. RVC is typically voice to voice or audio to audio. Okay, sure enough, here it is. So there's all these different ones. These are RVC1, RVC V1. There's a couple RVC V2s in here that display something in this one. Just gonna put your audio name with when using Crepe. Let's go in here and go to the actual voice line. Then first, it needs to be converted. That's where foobar comes in. I'm just gonna chat this in here. Convert. With convert. And we can put wherever we want it. So I'm gonna go back in here, make a new folder, call it converted. Take this one off the end. That's just because it's being converted. Hit save it in then. Find my folder in here, interface. Says this is the correct file type. It's gonna go ahead and drag and drop it on here. You can use this confirm that's the voice line you want. I mean, if you're converting all of them, you'll need to identify every single individual one. But if you were doing them one, just add a couple of lines, you would want to make sure it's the correct one. Okay, since they're both female, I don't need to change the transpose at all. This you can play with if you really want to. We're gonna convert. It's gonna take a while. Probably it's gonna take around a minute, minute 30, up to 2 minutes maybe. And that's just for one voice line. These ones have to be done one at a time. You can't do them in batches. So this one's gonna be working. You can set up multiple of these. You can see here opening collab. So if there was a queue, and see there's no queue right now. But if there was a queue, you could open in collab. And then in here, if you're signed in, you can duplicate this as your own. Sometimes there's even a link in here that just says like duplicate. But in here you can go to file and say to copy in drive. You gotta make a copy that just runs in your Google Drive. So it won't on your collab. It won't have any queue. But you can kinda see your GPU fast, CPU slow. GPU you can get maybe 10 voice lines out of. And then it'll switch you automatically to CPU unless you pay. So I would suggest using that, even though you only get a few out of it. Makes the beginning a lot faster. And then you never get these back. Add GPU unless you pay. Anyways, this one's done. Basically you can listen to it here, make sure it sounds good enough. If not, you can tweak with the settings. Not the greatest thing ever, but good enough. So we'll right click. Save WWise. And then we just go to where we had it. Turkey scaling. And like a new one here. And then we want to call this folder. Call this output. You can name it whatever you want, but I would suggest you name it the same as what the actual file is. Yeah, output. So now I have this. Go ahead and make another folder, call the ones. Oh, see, I kind of did that word out to just naming this WAV. And this to converted makes more sense. So you have your WAVs here, your AI converted files here. And then here we already know it's external 0. But if you didn't, you'd want to look it up. I use everything to do so. You just put in path. So I have many copies of it, but basically we can see here it's in unpacked external 0. Okay, but this isn't actually a WEM yet, so we're not going to put it into WEMs. This is where WWise comes in. So we open a project. Films. Import audio file. Hit files. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to. Hit folder. Go through 7. Converted. Here it is. You open that. Import it. Then right here we're going to click on this. If your settings aren't already set correctly, make sure to change them so they match. This is the same as what I showed in the tutorial. I'm going to convert it. I already have a shortcut to open this, but it's in Documents, WWise Projects, so name of your project, Cache, Windows, SFX. I have a lot in here because I have done a lot of converting, but basically you're just looking for your hash, so here 5E33, here it is. It appended this nonsense to the end, so we're just going to go ahead and delete that. And then we're going to copy this over. WEMS, external 0. There we go. We have our AI converted file. If you weren't sure whether this was the right one or not, or for some reason if you've forgotten about files or what, you think you've misnamed them, WWise can play these as is, so you can drop this in here and listen to it. Okay, that's the file I was looking for, it's the correct one, so yeah, converted. And then this is all good to go. Now you just pack it back into your file and you're done. So, you're done one at a time. You could open multiple of these, or open in collab, clone your own, have a bunch running, whatever. But just know that there will be queues. So if you were using this space and you open 5 tabs, then each one of those tabs will count. They'll be using the same collab. So it'll be queued 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do 2 simultaneously by using this one and then your own collab. But it's just very tedious. You have to use them one at a time. So today, if you have 100 voice lines, you have to do this 100 times. For some voice lines, you want to change these features differently. Like if it's a voice line versus a sound effect versus the grunt or whatever. There's probably better explanations of these elsewhere on the internet if you really want to look into them. But in general, you might want to mess with them a little bit. But the default settings are going to be pretty good. That's it. If you want to find your own models, you can. There's some here on Hugging Face, of course. There's all sorts of models. You really want to do audio to audio. That's what I wanted to do too. There's all sorts of archive stuff. For example, these ones are Stable Diffusions. Those are images. You can include RVC, for example. RVC model with black eyes. You can also just Google for RVC models of the archive. I take this all at your own risk. There's all sorts of websites out there that have who knows what on them, and they just provide a zip file. Wouldn't trust those too well. But things on here might be alright. Try to just look for things Preferably in spaces are going to be best because those are already set up and running.